What it is, guys, it's your Dino. We're back here again with another review, so let's just get straight into it. This review is for Wo Long Fallen Dynasty, and we're going to get straight into it with the accessibility features, of which I didn't really think there was any that actually helped anyone. There's no colorblind, there's no custom remapping for buttons or anything like that. They do have some game tools that help. It's the best way to describe it. They make it a little bit easier for you if you don't want to be invaded by other people, because this game is basically something that I will go on to now, the gameplay features. It is basically Dynasty Warriors universe, but it is in a Dark Souls style. It's not a bad game. It is very hard on its difficulty scaling. It gets crazy difficult very quickly, and from the start of the game, which I've done on the stream, it is not an easy game. It is a game that has a very high difficulty scaling. From the start of the game, you will feel that your level that you have upgraded yourself to is an arbitrary thing, because regardless of how high your level is when it comes to a fight, if the game decides that it's going to crank the difficulty from 1 to 100, it's going to do it. And even though that is one of the biggest problems with the game, in my opinion, it is just the tip of the iceberg of what makes this game both unique and difficult. But I wouldn't say it's for everyone, but I'll get into that in the final thoughts, so stick around for that. Gameplay features are very good. It has a very nice action combat style system. It prioritizes blockings and counters and dodges and parries, like in Sekiro, which is the inspiration for the style that they've gone for on this game. It is the Sekiro style of gameplay with the Dynasty Warriors universe and the Dark Souls difficulty scaling. That is the best way to describe the gameplay features, because it is unrelenting. It uses the flag system, basically act fires on thingy. And don't forget, guys, I greatly appreciate it when you dino smash that like button. We'll get into the next part, which is the customization. I haven't shown it here, but there is a full show of it on the first playthrough of the game that I've done on stream, which is the full character customization. You can design your character however you want. You can have male or female or gender neutral, whatever you want to do. And you can decide how you build your character with the different aspects. Wood, water, earth, fire, and I think lightning. They all have a different aspect. There's green, orange, red, blue, and yellow, and each one has a different aspect. It's the 5 elements that make up the universal elements, as how the Chinese believed it was, and they've done a really good job of that. The character customization goes to the next level further, with having the ability to customize what weapons you use, as you can see here, the armor, and each one has its own unique skills and martial arts that are tied to them. And you have different armors that have different positives and negatives. You could even get the same armor that will have different positives and negatives from the same armor. And it also uses a star system on its rarity. The higher the stars, the better the gear should be. That's just that. So my recommendations are, this game is not for the faint of heart. It is definitely a game that is aimed at people who are either fans of Dynasty Warriors, fans of Sekiro, Elden Ring, or Dark Souls or Demon Souls, and you've got to be heavily into that design and that the style of gameplay, because any other variant and stuff like that, you ain't gonna enjoy it. You're gonna think it's way too hard. It's gonna be way too difficult for a lot of people. It is aimed at a niche market, and that is the market that is definitely going to be playing this game. People who love the Dark Souls, want to do no level ups and no hit runs and all this stuff. This is definitely aimed at content creators in that regard. Speedrunners will probably love this game if they do Dark Souls speedruns. This is probably going to be for them as well. It is definitely an interesting game, and it has a lot to offer, but I would honestly say that this game is probably not for everyone. because it is definitely a hard game with the lack of accessibility tools for colorblind, dyslexia and stuff like that. And it may be hard for other people, but that can be fixed if they want to update it and add those features in at a later date. I don't think that they will though. Most companies never add accessibility features after release, which is a shame in my opinion, because if you are limiting the amount of people that can play your game because you don't have accessibility features tied to it, you're just hurting yourself. That's just my opinion. I know some people will disagree and say that not everyone's meant to play certain games, but no, everyone should have the opportunity to play them. Doesn't mean that they should all play them. That's my personal stance on that one. Now we'll go into the final thought, and basically on this one is, it's a good game, very difficult for a lot of people. I've been playing it off stream with my channel manager Vengeance, and I have been playing it through, and we're having fun with it. It's probably something I might not stream, but I'll probably play and enjoy. I may even do some little bits of let's plays with it so that people can see just how we're doing, or just update people how we're going on it. It's a fun game. I'm enjoying it. I prefer it playing it with the co-op system. I'd love to have a full team where it's me, my channel manager, and someone else. We don't have to use the useless AI in this game like Zhao Yun and Guan Yu. They're absolutely terrible. They just don't help at all. They don't even pick you up if you go down, which is an absolute shame. It's a missed opportunity to have the AI actually be useful in combat. They are just absolutely dire. I wouldn't even rely on them. They're basically cannon fodder if you're playing on your own, and that's how you should use them. Use them as cannon fodder. Use them to distract the bosses so you can get in there and have a fight. It's definitely a fun game if you like that style, but I've been enjoying it. It is definitely a change of pace for me. I do play a lot of different games, so having something that does challenge me and pushes me is always fun to play. It is very frustrating at times when you get stuck at a point and you have to work it through and grind it through. That's kind of the reward of this game and this genre in itself. I do feel like it is something that not everyone will enjoy, but I personally think that if you can get past that initial air quotes tutorial area of the game, you'll get into the part where you can invite people in, and then that's where the actual fun is, where you can get your friends involved to help you. It is definitely something that I think plays better together than it does alone, because you can struggle through and enjoy it with your friends, because you can play together and succeed together or fail together. It's kind of a camaraderie thing. That's just my opinion. I know that some people may disagree, some people may agree on that one. Let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments. Let me know if you have played the game or if you aren't playing it. Let me know. I'd love to know what you guys want to see next. Sound off. See you later, guys. Bye. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.